Maybe you've experienced this before. You wake up from a dream, and for a few brief seconds, everything feels incredibly clear. The images, the emotions, a strange story that somehow feels familiar, and there's a feeling you can't quite explain. As if the dream wasn't just random imagery, but was trying to tell you something. And then, just a few minutes later, it starts to fade. You forget the details, you lose the feeling, and eventually, it disappears. You go on with your day as if nothing ever happened. But sometimes, there are dreams that don't disappear. They come back. The same place, the same feeling, slightly different details, but the same underlying experience. And that's when a question begins to form. Is this dream trying to tell me something? But then you tell yourself, it's probably just random brain activity. But what if that's not entirely true? According to Carl Jung, dreams are not random images. They are a form of language, the language of the unconscious, which means every dream you experience is not just something that happens while you sleep. It's a message, but not a clear, direct one. Not something you can simply hear and understand right away. Because the unconscious doesn't speak in words. It doesn't use logic the way your conscious mind does. Instead, it speaks through images, through symbols, through emotion. And that's why dreams often feel so strange. Not logical, not linear, sometimes even irrational. But if you look closely, they're not random at all. They're structured in a different way, a way your conscious mind isn't used to. You may not realize it, but there is a part of you that is constantly trying to communicate with you. It just doesn't use the language you're familiar with. Stay with this idea for a moment, that dreams are not random. If that's true, then what are dreams actually doing? Maybe they're responding, not to what you're thinking, but to what you're not aware of. When you're awake, there's a layer of control. You choose what to think about. You choose what to focus on. You interpret things in familiar ways. But when you sleep, that layer of control begins to fade, and in that space, deeper parts of you start to surface. Emotions you've ignored, thoughts you didn't want to face, memories you thought were gone. They don't disappear. They simply wait for a space to open, and dreams are that space. But why don't dreams speak directly? Why don't they simply say, "You're anxious. You're afraid. You're avoiding something"? Instead, you dream of being chased, getting lost, falling, or returning to a place from your past. This creates a misunderstanding. You think dreams are meaningless because they're not clear. But the truth is, they're not clear because you're trying to understand them with logic. While dreams are created through symbols, a language you once knew, not through words, but through feeling, yet no longer remember how to read. If this resonated with you, you can like the video and subscribe. Thank you for being here, and let's continue. And so, you ignore them. You forget them. You assume they don't matter. But if you look closely, there are dreams that refuse to disappear. They return. They repeat. They shift slightly, but carry the same feeling, just like your life, repeating familiar patterns, not by accident, but because something hasn't been understood. hasn't been seen. If you look at dreams from an energetic perspective, they begin to feel very different. When you're awake, your mind is constantly active, analyzing, judging, controlling. It acts like a filter, softening what you feel. But when you sleep, that filter begins to fade, and the energy within you starts to express itself more directly, without editing, without logic. That's why dreams often feel so intense, sometimes even stronger than waking experiences. Because it's raw energy, unprocessed, unexplained, and energy that hasn't been resolved doesn't disappear. It finds its way back, not only in your waking life, but in your dreams. And if you don't recognize it, it keeps returning as recurring dreams, as familiar emotional states, until something in you begins to pay attention. Maybe you've had a dream where you're being chased, you're running. You don't know who's chasing you. You don't know why. You just know you have to run. The feeling is intense, unmistakably real. And when you wake up, your heart is still racing. You might tell yourself, it was just a dream. But if you look a little deeper, maybe in your waking life, you're avoiding something, a decision, an emotion, a truth. Or you dream of falling, losing control, nothing to hold on to. The sensation is vivid, almost real. And if you trace it back, maybe in your waking life, there's a part of you that feels unsafe, uncertain, out of control. Or you dream about someone from your past, someone you thought you had forgotten, but in the dream, all the emotions return, as if they never left. Maybe that relationship has ended on the outside, but on the inside, it hasn't. So the way you look at dreams can begin to change. No longer, what does this dream mean? But instead, how does this dream make me feel? Because emotion is the bridge between your dreams and your waking life. You don't need to decode a dream like a puzzle. You only need to stay with the feeling. Ask something simple. Does this feeling feel familiar? Where in my life have I felt this before? And from there, a connection begins to form between two worlds that once felt separate, your dreams and your reality. Dreams are not random. They are the voice of the deepest part of you, a part that keeps communicating, keeps sending signals, keeps trying to be understood. You don't need to control your dreams. You don't need to force them to be clear. You only need to listen. Because when you begin to listen, you begin to understand not just your dreams, but yourself. And maybe tonight, when you close your eyes and a dream begins to form, you won't see it as something random anymore, but as a message, something that is trying to reach you. And the only question left is, are you truly listening? If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the Healing Galaxy so our energy field can continue to grow and expand. Thank you for being here and have a peaceful day.